How is that for a countdown, huh? Tommy Scoville has got it down. Only took 1,500 and some odd videos. Who do we got? Kelly Gerling, good to see you. JD, glad you're here. Holly, hello. DNV, good to see you. 83. Anik Alexander, always glad you're here. We've got Davey, Hippie Chick 69, glad you're here. So, hello, Kat. I had SBTV Tattoo Warrior. Hello, Barb. How are you? Goosebumps. Quiet Girl, Miss Sunrise Dawn, Joe, Snotface. Good to see you. Back of Beyond, aka Dead Agent. Wow. Yeah, you timed this just right. You, if you were trying to catch me live, then you timed this just right because I have just gone live. We've, in fact, we're still doing a roll call. We do a little roll call. Where are my glasses? That's a really good question. You know what? Yesterday, Clearwater George lent me a pair that almost would have done it. I was not smart enough to pack them, and now I'm back in St. Pete, so I don't have. And I am outside, by the way. There was some talk that people were asking yesterday. This is actually outside. There's a pool right over there, and this is they have an outside fireplace. Beautiful, beautiful home. But a lot nicer when the sun is not directly in my face. But I wanted, last night I had to drive back out here and didn't really have a chance to go live and talk about my impressions of Clearwater and getting a chance to go down there and meet a bunch of really cool people. And it's always a buzz. It really is. It's always a buzz when you can meet people to watch you. You see names and people leave comments, and you really start to feel like you know people. And then you get a chance to meet them, and you find out they have a New York accent, or you find out that there's something about them that is unique. And it's I had a lot of fun yesterday. Had a lot of fun, and it was really cool to get a chance to see everybody and meet everyone. I'm sad Aaron was sick, but apparently Reese was awfully sick all day yesterday. She said that like right before she left to go down, she wasn't even going to go, I guess, until she found out I was in town. So they got Clearwater George was talking with them last night. There was some theory that they may have gotten a bad bad coffee from Starbucks. If you watch the video where she kind of gives him crap for drinking that her coffee, she says this doesn't taste right, and she hands it off to Aaron, who drank it, and then the both of them got sick. I don't know if that's what it was, but it sounds like what they had was food poisoning, but who knows? There's a lot going around. But it was a bummer not to see him, but I'm sure we'll run into each other at again at a later date, and. People have asked me today if I'm driving back up. It is unrealistic that I would be able to pull that off today. Depending, I should say, but it is pretty unrealistic. Although, good day, Mike Moore. Glad that you're here. Sandy, good to see you. Bayou Babe, glad you're here. Midnight Show, good to see you. Zena Turner, glad that you're here. Hello, Debbie. Definite trouble source. Well, I'll be damned. That doesn't sound good. Koala Crafts, glad that you're here. Shaney, glad that you're here. I'm kidding, by the way. It's just funny title. Funny, what do we call those things? Names, avatars. Oh, Lisa's here, and I don't have my glasses. Would it help if I told you I had contact lenses in? I don't wear contact lenses, and I'd be lying. But would it help? Is the question. I wanted to pop in real quick and just if you're just joining me, and a lot of you are because we're at 276, and so the numbers are going up. I'm weighing in on my impressions of walking through Clearwater. It was way different than probably any of you have ever seen it. Right when they film, it's a ghost town. Right. It is always, they go down at night and it is a ghost town. That's some of the first videos I ever saw of AA Run, or some of those videos. And when you talk to people who have lived here their whole life, they watched the cult come in and take over and really kind of make it so that downtown at night it's just dead. And that's what you see. You see them walk around, and you see some Scientologists that are leaving buildings or whatever, but you don't see anybody out enjoying what is a lovely city, a really beautiful downtown. I mean, it's a cool place. I didn't see that at all, right? I got there and there were people everywhere. It was wall-to-wall people, of course, because they knew that Reese and I were going to be there. And that brought out hundreds of thousands of people. Or it could have been a Willie Nelson concert, because apparently Willie Nelson was playing last night as well. That might have had something to do with it. But either way, there were a lot of people in Clearwater last night. And it was neat. Clearwater George was saying this is the juxtaposition, because it's a golden opportunity to see what this would look like if it wasn't for that damn cult. And it's a great little town. It really is. Like I was real open with the boat when I was talking about moving, and I had said I'm either going to move to Florida or I'm going to move to Tucson. Right? I was going to go to Arizona or I was going to go to Florida, and Florida's a beautiful state. It is a beautiful state. It really is. And from being here in the past, I've always really gotten along with Floridians. I have not met a bunch of people on this trip. I mean, I did last night, but it hasn't been a normal Tommy Scoville roll into town and meet everybody kind of a trip. It's been a very subdued. It was me telling my story, very, very much like what I do here, people. It was me telling my story. Thank you, Quiet Girl. 19,000. Can you imagine, people? 19,000. I remember a day when we had 1,900, and we clicked over. It was right around January, I think. It was right around New Year's is the time of the year, but we had just hit 2,000 subscribers, and I came out and said thousands of people watch the Lifeboat. It was a fun moment to say thousands of people watch the Lifeboat. It's very cool that it's getting bigger. You know what, Cheryl? I am going to take I'm going to get a screenshot of that blown up. That was really funny. The irony of that. I'm glad that was not lost on you. A lot of people have written to me to say that. Really, really funny. There are no Floridians, says Tumble Dry Low. They are all transplants. No one I went to school with is still here. That's you know what? I think that there's probably a lot of truth to that. This is a place where a ton of people come to retire, and why the hell not? Right? You're not going to shovel snow. The weather's nice. I like it. I really do. I like it. I don't regret buying my house in Tucson. Because last night I had a long talk. I was talking about my home, and I was talking with the gentleman that owns this place, and he said, "Do you wish that you had picked Florida?" The hurricanes would be an issue for me. Yeah, the hurricanes I think would be an issue with me. But it is a retirement state. Charlie Mullins, good to see you. Justin Ski, nice. A fellow skier. Kelly, good to see you. Costs a lot to live there. That may be the truth. Sweet Liberty. Moni 69, Bayou Babe again. Baranadu. Tampa is God's waiting room. That's funny. That is funny. I'm in St. Pete, so I guess I'm it's still a lot of let's just say that there would be a lot of men around here that would be right in Reese's wheelhouse. And for all of you who have reached out to comment on it. You think yesterday I started out a bit tensed? You know what? I think that there was probably a bit of tension. When you meet somebody for the first time, and let's be really honest. I mean, Reese and I have been on a bunch of shows together, being flirty and silly, and to meet each other in person. Yeah, I think we were both a little nervous, but it was it was exactly like being on the show again. It really was. It was just like being on the show. It was a lot of fun. Don't forget the summer heat, humidity, and mosquitoes. I think I would like Tucson better. It says, now, the summer in Tucson is a little bit hotter than hell. July and August, part of June, July and August, especially July and August, you're going to have days that are, approaching 130 Fahrenheit. And, that's hot. It's not as hot as Phoenix. Phoenix really is. We're a little less than that, but 120 is very common in Tucson in the summer. I almost said here, but in Tucson in the summer, that's pretty common. What we don't have is gators, and this guy's got gators. Like if you go over on the other side of his pool, he has a beautiful outdoor barbecue with a TV setup and a little bar. Beautiful, beautiful setup, and has netted in the entire backyard area, which to me is literally a dream because squirrel could be outside running around. This is a cat person too, which was a really good sign, right? If you're gonna do something that's going to really affect the rest of your life, make sure that they're cat people. That's just a good piece of advice, right? Like button. Thank you very much, Don Smith. I appreciate that. And Hummingbird, I'm so glad that you are unfrozen and back. Susie Q, good to see you. Pam Abernathy, Holly from Texas. I've lived through both, and I'll take a hurricane over a tornado any day. I can prepare for a hurricane. Good point. Good point. I don't want either, if you really want to know the truth. I don't even want the wind to blow. Like, I hate the wind, unless I'm sailing, right? If I'm sailing, it's fun. Oh, Sandy. Sandy. Well, it was an honor. It really was. It was an absolute honor. And it was like I was telling everybody earlier, you see people in your comment section and you talk to people, and especially because everything we do is live, right? That's a little unusual. It's getting to be less unusual, but it's not normal YouTube stuff. So I get to know my audience probably a little bit better than a lot of content creators do. Reese is the same way. Aaron is the same way. Anybody that goes live every time as opposed to doing videos, that live interaction gets to be so unusual when you meet the person in real life and they have a New York accent, right? And you go, oh, and there's things that all of a sudden you realize that they're more than a name on the screen that supports the channel. It's really, really cool. I had such a great time. I wish more than anything that I could Queens, New York in the house. All right. If I could go and do it again, I would. Oh, definite source. For your information, I am voted. She was wearing a shirt yesterday that said, voted number one, Scientology voted number one cult. And then each year at 10 years in a row listed. Again, super impressive. If you have not hit subscribe, hit subscribe. Just a person fighting and doing it in a way that I dig, really in a way that I dig. Sort of a combination of this kind of what I do and the confrontation kind of thing, where you have an ability to go and talk to people, but in almost a more organized fashion. She's got a really great plan. Check the site out. Go check it out. It is a very, very cool concept. It really is. One of the big takeaways for me was that it's just sad that Clearwater George has been here from the very beginning. Sandy has been here from the very beginning. I talked to a bunch of people that were here prior to LRH, and the people in the bushes, and it's changed so much, since they came in here, that it's just sad. The people in the bushes were a trip, right? We saw two people get up out of the bushes. What we were told afterwards was that those guys were roadies that were working with the the locals, not the traveling, but the locals to help set up for Willie's show. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. The first gentleman that I asked, I said, hey, you doing all right? That guy didn't even seem to be buzzed. The second guy, who claimed to be a famous country star, definitely had a buzz. But yeah, it was the people in the bushes made you. I'm glad that you said this. It was very unusual, and I'm not hacking on anybody. But it is unusual to see society and how society views things versus how we view things. Because in a lot of ways, we're not a part of that society. We are in it, we are of it, but we are not like it. And because of that, that's really funny to about 90% of the planet. And 10% of the planet, it hurts, right? And I have... I'm not good at faking when that upsets me. And I don't know if it came across that way yesterday or not, but I'm not upset at anybody that gets a laugh. I'm not. I get it. I really do. I get it. And from a very early age, if you're old enough, there was an actor named Foster Brooks who made an entire career pretending to be drunk, right? That was his shtick. W.C. Fields made a career of pretending to be drunk. The Rat Pack spent a whole lot of time joking about this stuff. And it's just such a part of our fabric of our society, sadly, especially with alcohol, that we've learned to laugh at the antics of people who are drunk. And you know what? If it's the first time the person's ever been drunk, or if the person doesn't have an alcohol problem and they're doing something silly in their backyard, who cares? Great. That's great for a laugh. Those of us who have been in the life see somebody getting up from behind a bush and we go, but for the grace of God, that's me. Right? I've slept outside. I've been homeless. And it's different. It is. But you know what, people? We have an opportunity. We have a golden opportunity to say things like that, right? To leave comments like the people in the bushes made me sad. It's not, we're not crapping on anybody, but I think a lot of people are going to read that and go, maybe that wasn't so funny. It made me sad too. It really did. And you find yourself giggling. You do. It's alcohol-related hijinks. I find myself laughing, and then inevitably, it's the 4 steps later. It's the 3 seconds later. There's somebody you leave or you watch. Fancy Nancy, good to see you. Kristen, good to see you. Glad you're here. Charlie Murphy. Henny, wouldn't be a show without you. Body Illusion. Good to see you. I later on in the evening, as I was getting ready to leave, we were walking. Danny's mom, my first Florida hurricane. Let me blow that up a little bit. 1.5 years after moving here was a Cat 4. Category 4 storms are terrifying. I was in Houston, Texas for a couple of really, really big, ugly storms. So I have been through a couple of them. I saw a McDonald's straw that had been blown through a wooden stop sign. I'm not kidding. They had these really fancy wooden stop signs in this neighborhood, and there was a McDonald's straw that had blown through it. Like it was sticking. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Tammy, I'm glad you're watching. Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Sherry. I don't know that I've ever welcomed you, Sherry. Welcome to the boat. Glad to have you. Question. How long do you think the lockdown will last in California? That is a good question. Oh, Midnight Show. Thank you. I almost missed this. Thank you. It is greatly appreciated and always look good in green. Here is a great question. It really is. How long is the lockdown going to last? Don't get nervous. She's not talking about masks. If you're new to the show, she's referring to the fact that inmates in the California system attacked some staff. And when that happens, the entire system locks down. That's every facility. That's every cell. There are no exceptions to the rules. And that is everywhere I've ever been. They're afraid that communication will take place and They want to take control back is what they want to do. In the feds, if it's an assault on staff, the lockdown is 90 days at a minimum. That's my experience. If somebody assaulted staff, I have never seen us lock down for less than 90 days. I have been told by California inmates that 30 is pretty much standard. So I don't know. That's what I'm going on. But I also had, there'd been some reports of people who said that DM may have tried to unalive himself. I have found nothing on that, people. I don't know if that was somebody just misinformed or somebody that was confused. Aaron got sick, so I don't think Aaron and I will be able to get together. I don't know whether he got stomach poisoning or what Aaron got, but whatever he got, Reese got too. Apparently both of them yesterday were vomiting and doing all kinds of stuff like that. But I want all of us to stay connected to one another as much as we possibly can. I'm sorry that my travels have taken me away from the boat. I love doing this. I love this more than anything. I really do. This is home to me, right? This is where I feel more comfortable and just I'm among my people. You know what I mean? There is a feeling there that is something that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. The kindness and the generosity of the people on the boat never ceases to blow my mind. Thank you. You know what, people? Guess what? I am just like you, right? I am just like you. I am a recovering addict trying to stay sober. I get a really cool seat, right? And I get a microphone. And I am blessed to beat hell that there are people who will listen to me. There's over 500 people that are listening to me right now. And I know you're here to connect with one another, but I am honored as hell that you let me sit in this seat. It means more to me than I could possibly explain. Thank you so much, Shag Nasty. And again, thank you so much. It's humbling beyond words. I am going to now go talk to the two individuals who are here to talk to me today. And we are going to talk about my life and the possibility of somebody else telling that story. I've been open and honest about the fact that I'm very comfortable like this, right? I'm not very comfortable like this. So I'm going to be meeting with some people today about that. So see this right here? I want this. This is what I want. For real. Feel me? I want that. I want that all day from all of you. I really do. Send some positive energy. Right? Burn a candle, say a prayer, do whatever you do. But for that and for safe travels. And you know what? There's a lot of people pray for Reese's safe travel trip too. You know, anytime anybody's traveling, if you're a believer, do that. If you're not, send positive thoughts, positive energy. You know, it's really nice. We don't care if you're a believer here. We really don't. I don't care who you worship or if you worship. I'm just not going to let you be a dick to anybody else for who they worship or who they don't worship. That's how we do it, right? So, all right, I'm out of here, people. I do not want to keep the people. I am here. I did this because I love the lifeboat, but I'm not going to be rude to these people, and I am going to. I'm going to see you people tomorrow. I will be traveling, but for sure I will be checking in. Thank you for all the thoughts and prayers, and I had a ball in Clearwater. I really did. Thanks to George. Thanks to Reese. It was great to meet Tampa Bay man. She's just amazing. What a beautiful human being, inside and out. Just a beautiful, beautiful human being. New member, looking good in green. I would love people to spend the next hour with you. I really would, but I can't. This is big for the boat, people. I promise you that what is happening right now is bigger for the boat than anything that has ever happened. That I assure you. And more positive things will come from it because of this. Lifeboat is a scammer. Yeah. There you go. There's some fun. There's at least one in every pack. Everybody have a fantastic day. And listen, between now and the next time I see you, reach out and try to save somebody. Huh? And to you know who you are. Too funny.